Hello and welcome everyone, Jamie X66 here to review Unravel 2. Now, I had this in my digital backlog for quite a while, but as soon as I saw the Unravel Yanni bundle was coming out, I had to pick this one up. I love the original. I'm glad I finally got around to playing 2 because it's just as fantastic. And as you can see up here, got my own little Yanni that I made. Now, it took a couple of hours. But if you are looking to build that, I'll try and remember to put a link in the description where the developer actually shows how you can do that. So let's just hop right in. Let's put that down. Unravel 2. Now, first off, let me just say, it's promoted as a co-op game. It's best to play as a co-op game, but you can play it solo. Don't worry about that. So if for some reason you don't have anyone you can play locally, you can just play this on your own. It does a little mechanic where you can just sort of have the two Yannis that you play with. You can fuse them together to sort of bring them along. Now, you will have to switch between Yannis, though, if you're playing solo, so keep that in mind, because some of them do require teamwork, which you obviously can't do on your own, so you can just sort of switch between them. So the sort of premise is two Yannis, they appear, and you're just making your way through some levels. There's 7 overall. It can take about, let's say, 5 to 6 hours to beat the main story. That's generous. If you're going for, say, time trials or trying to go through without dying, you can do that. There's a little sort of little checklist in between each level that sort of says, look, you've done it within this time, but you could do a little bit better and get a gold medal. So if you want to do sort of speed running, you can do that. Now, a cool little feature that Yanni 2 has is that you can actually sort of decorate your Yannis. Now, it is a very basic sort of changes you can do. You can change the head, you can change the eyes and the body, and there's only one option, well, 2 options for each. But you can also change the color. So there's a huge range of colors. So let's say you want a pink and a blue Yanni, you can have that, or maybe say a red and a green, you can have that. So you can just switch that around. It's a cool little feature. Doesn't really add too much to it, but you can at least personalize your Yanni just a little bit. You've got your gameplay where you're, forming a bond with your partner, doing these levels where you have to rely on each other. But in the background, there's also some ghost children running around. Now, if you've seen the sort of gameplay clips that I'm probably going to have showing, you can see what I mean. There's like just some ghost children just running around. We don't exactly understand why that is. From what I read up, it's got to do with the fact they're like trying to escape a group home. But from what I can tell, they're trying to outrun some criminals. You do see some ammo boxes at some point, so it looks like these individuals, these dark, scary looking individuals are chasing these kids are actually bad people. But it's a very minor thing. The fact is, the story really, there's not too much to it. You just work through the levels, but they're a lot of fun. Visually, they look spectacular. If you've played the first game, you know what I mean. It's these lush environments where it's not super realistic looking, but it looks realistic enough that it has its own charming, unique art style. I really love it. You sort of see, the lush green areas just flowing in the wind. There's one area where a fire is happening, and you'll see the land and the fire sort of move as you go through the levels, and it looks fantastic. It really does. There's even some animal chase scenes in this game. Now, these things are probably some of my favorites, the chase sequences. They really have you thinking quickly on your feet, swinging fast, using each other's yarn that you're connected with to work out puzzles, and, well, you have the intensity of this creature. Now, I think there was a goose once was chasing us. These animals will chase you, and it really does add an intensity to the levels. And to be honest, all the puzzles that you experience are actually quite intuitive. Like I said, you've got the two Yannis, they're connected together, so you have to sort of use their yarn. You only have a certain amount of yarn to work your way through the levels, so you can maybe help one Yanni get up to a certain point, and then you have to climb up their rope to get there, and then it's all lovely. It's really great. It's not too hard through the main story, trial and error. You will get there. The checkpoints, very sort of favorable. You won't be put back too much, so that's not something, it's not the frustration of, oh, I've died in a stupid way here, now I'm going to have to redo that whole section. It's not so much that at all. I really enjoyed the story. I played co-op with my missus, and she loved it as well. It was probably the best way to play. Now, I did play a few levels solo, and like I said, you have the switching mechanic. I wouldn't say it's cumbersome, but it is a little bit more sort of busy work than if you're playing co-op, so I would recommend playing co-op if you can. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is the side content. So there is a little bit of side content. You can find collectibles through levels. For one, like I said, there's time trials for each level, trying to get through without dying. And then you've also got a bunch of bonus levels that you can go through. Now, I believe it's 20. They are not easy. I think we tried level 13 just because we randomly found them. They're not really pointed out that they exist. You sort of find them within your main hub area, which is like a lighthouse. You go up each level and you find the new story levels there, but there's also within each level the bonus levels that you can play. Now, they're really tough. I think I ended up doing, level 5 in the bonus levels and the first 2, and they are quite challenging. You have these smoke monsters that are trying to like kill you, instant kill if they touch you, so you have to be quick doing these puzzles, but you also have to avoid these monsters. So if you're looking for an extra challenge, if you're looking for something to keep playing over and over and over, these bonus challenge missions will give you that difficulty that you want, that you may not get from the main story. Now, the other thing I love in Unravel 2 is the music. It is beautiful, it's wonderful, it's charming, it's soothing, it's relaxing, it's all the good words. Just think of a good word, that's what the music is. It's incredible. It finds a way to work with the visuals, the cuteness of the Yarnies, and the music to really evoke emotions and sort of make you feel great for finishing the level. And it's fantastic. I really cannot praise that enough. Yarny 2, if for some reason you have played the first one and you haven't played this, get on to Yarny 2. It changes the original sort of dynamic of being one character, introduces a second, but it does it in a natural way that feels like it evolves the series, and it really does it in a strong way. So I completely recommend that. If for some reason you've never played Unravel, you can jump into 1, you can jump into 2. If you want to pick up the actual Yarny bundle, you get both games. There's a lot there. I think it's a budget title as well. I think I only picked this up for like $40. That's Australian money, so keep that in mind. But you get a lot of content there. You will fall in love with Yarny, and I definitely enjoyed my time with this game. Thank you for watching, and make sure to keep on gaming.